Alright, we're back people for another workout. So this one's going to be mainly a bicep day, but I will do some back as well, I think. So let me just turn the heater down. So it's one of those days where I usually will plan it out in my head, or kind of, I don't write it down, but I'll have an idea of what I'm going to do, and then I'll go in there and just end up kind of freeballing it. That's just what I think is going to happen, based on the fact that pretty much every time I train back and biceps together, which is actually not often at all. So I'm a huge advocate of arm days, and I've been doing those for years. I'll talk about that in another video, unless you guys have heard me talk about it already. But specifically with back and biceps, I'll always do my back training first and then biceps afterwards, and I'll make sure that I'm doing arm days in the week as well. So I'd say honestly, like, it's half for fun and half for a bit more progress. And the exercises that I do on the sort of pull day, as in the back and bicep day, being that they're both pulling muscles, compared to on the strictly, you know, bicep day or arm day or whatever, I try to vary them just so then I'm not doing the exact same stimulus and movement, etc. One, which is just good for variation in general, but then two, I'm not setting myself the same goals in terms of, let me just get past this sun, hang on. And then I'm not setting myself the same goals in terms of each session. So when I've done a back day, my body's going to be very differently fatigued than when I've done just like triceps on an arm day. So I like to have a few different notes that I can refer to. For example, like easy bar curls, I don't have access to that at my home gym, so I'll never do that at my home, which is usually when I do my arm days. So that exercise I really like to make use of at the gym, but I like to do it as like a burnout set. And that works well for me because it's something that I can look forward to at the end of the session, and I'm not trying to load up, you know, 60, 70 kilos onto a bar and throw it around for a set of like 8 to 12. I'm dropping the weight down a bit, using an easy bar so it's more comfortable, and just really trying to get a crazy contraction. So anyway, with that being said, today is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to start off with the biceps first, absolutely destroy those as like the main focus, and then back will be kind of like an addition to that. And yeah, I mean, I've been absolutely destroying my, I mean, to be fair, everything recently. Like, I really have not gained a lot of weight, which is just so frustrating. Like, my calories, I might just put them up to like 5.5 for like literally the last couple of weeks, but this bulk's pretty much at its end because one, I want to be super shredded when I go traveling. Two, I've been doing it for a while now, and like I've kind of hit a bit of a plateau where I could keep pushing, but it's also, you know, it costs a lot of money to bulk for this amount of time, like eating 5,500 calories every day, and digestion as well gets to the point like in the last couple of weeks where it's just been like, as soon as the food's digested, it's like I've got to eat again, and it's just like I'm kind of chasing my tail. So anyway, it can be done, of course, but it's just whether or not it's worth me taking a step back, doing a little diet phase, and then going back to it, which was the plan anyway. But if I can push it a little bit more, then I might do that and just see if I can squeeze out a little bit more, you know, muscle mass before I start to diet. So I'll keep you guys updated with that. But anyway, this morning I did actually go up in weight, but again, I think it's just because I ate really late last night. I think I was, I can't actually remember now, 235 again, but like I'm flickering, you know, between that and 234. Yeah, basically my weight, like honest fasted weight, is about 234.5. If I have a day where like I've slightly under-eaten, I'll drop to like 232, but then I will eat those calories the next day, so it will then push my weight back up. So I've not lost muscle or anything like that. It will just be glycogen, but in a sense I have like stopped myself from being able to actually build muscle that day, I guess, because I haven't got the relevant, you know, calories in my system to put it into muscle. But anyway, let's focus on the positives. So yeah, haven't got any injuries, touch wood, this bulk, feeling okay. Sleep has been pretty good recently, but I'm just feeling absolutely knackered. I did have a rest day not yesterday, but the day before. Yesterday I just trained triceps. Tomorrow I'm gonna do, fuck, I don't actually know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, to be honest. I might do, I'll see. Maybe like a random session of, I feel like I want to do a bit more hamstrings, but I kind of tweaked my hamstring. When I say injuries, I mean like a tweak and a hamstring. When I say that, I just mean literally like, it's just a tiny little niggle that'll probably go away in like 2 or 3 days. It's just, I'm not able to train it right this second. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this session anyway. I'm just gonna get the biceps super pumped up, take you guys with me. And yeah, I'll probably put a microphone in for this one actually, and just, you know, record the session. I'm not sure, I do actually like doing the voiceovers. I feel like if I haven't got loads to say during the session, I just don't bother, and I'll just do it afterwards, because obviously, you know, there's no really much point in watching just a workout. You may as well enjoy the actual commentary as well. But yeah, find a parking space and let's get into it. All right, fingers crossed that's working. So first exercise, I'm gonna go for a seated, not an incline curl, but kind of an incline curl. You'll see when I set up for it. The bench is flat, but the pad is sort of tilted back. So just gonna allow myself to lean back there. And yeah, gonna go pretty heavy on this one. I may use fat grips, or I might just jump straight into it, we'll see. All right, so this will be my first set on this one. I'm just gonna try rip it for around, well, who knows, 8-10 reps. It's pretty heavy. This is like the heaviest that I go on this one. So yeah, let's get a tune on. We'll see what we've got in the tank for this one. Should be a good set for sure. Yep. 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 Oh man, that was fucking good. One down, 2 to go, I would say. We'll see though, that was good. All right, that was a crazy first set, I'm not gonna lie. Just even like picking up the dumbbells to get them into position, they felt amazing. So that's always a good sign. It's like when you warm up on bench with just the bar and it feels good, you're onto a, you know, onto a winner. So this one, same again, I'm gonna rip it obviously for as many as I can. I'm hoping to get at least 10, but we'll see how the fatigue drop off is. Oh man, fucking hell. Oh, so hard, but in a good way. Pump's gonna be crazy today, I can just tell. Last set on this one.
Two more. Say that. All right, next up, gonna go for hammer curls. Gonna do standing today. I like them seated and standing, to be fair. Can go a little bit heavier standing, but yeah, nothing else to say really. Gonna be a heavy set, 35 kg, which is about 75 pound, I think. Get the white balance good, and then we'll go for it. Just need a bit of chalk. So yeah, I'm gonna go for around at least 8 on each arm, we'll see, but they're gonna be very partial reps because this is heavy, but we'll be good. Right, final set on this one. So I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna try 37 and a halves. I've done 40s before, but like very rough, dirty set. And also that would have been probably fresh. So we'll see how we get on with these. 35s are feeling good. All right, big fucking set, let's go. Yeah. Not too bad. So for abs, I've got really strong now to where I can max out the machine. So I'm basically having to add the increment weights. So I've got 5 of these that I'll put on top of the machine with the increments that come on it. So it's about, I think like 85 plus around 12. So probably nearly 100 kilos, but there's no more of these around the gym. So I should be weak very soon when I start to cut. Obviously not trying to be pessimistic, but in a good way. That will then become more difficult, so I won't plateau or reach the maximum sort of strength level. But if I was going to make it harder, I'd probably slightly decrease the rest time or move it further in the session so I'm more tired, or I can't really do any more reps, maybe one more set. But yes, it's Still feeling good.
So there we go, we've got 80 plus 5. I think they're all 2.5 each, so should be good.
All right, nothing exciting about this machine or this set, but I'm just gonna do film one here. So I've just done one set. This is the first time I've ever done this weight, and I've been trying to work up to it really slowly because this is the max that I can, in my eyes, physically put on this machine without buying a gym pin or anything like that, which would do if I wasn't going traveling, but since I've only got like a couple weeks left on the bulk, this will be fine. And I'm struggling to get this for a set of 12 first set, so it'll probably be like 12, 10, 10 maybe, and then from there onwards I'll just work up towards a 3x15. But yeah, I might cut this set halfway just because it's a very boring exercise to watch, but just to show you the speed that I'm going at and the breathing. Belt is on, but like super loose, so it's not restricting my breathing, just keeps me nice and stable. Ah. 12 again, yeah, one more for 12, hopefully. Still got an arm pump, which is good. Okay, moving on to single arm preach curls. Gonna go pretty heavy on this today, so I've got like 3 weights which I alternate between. So yeah, gonna go for the heavier one today and just see how that goes. Should be able to get about 8 to 10. All right, just change the batteries, but as I was saying, just single arm preach curls, nothing crazy, just gonna see what I can get for a heavy set here. Well, it will be crazy. Nice.
From a place like this, you said with the lights and it's buffing my wish. Trick me to you. Don't love it. Oh, it's so nice. Trick me to good. Trick to be a mom.
All right, so last exercise here. I'm just gonna go for a back supported barbell curl. This is with a preacher bar, so it's nice and easy on my wrists. I would always advise doing it with a, an easy bar, but usually I'd do 40 kg. I've done now like probably 11 sets of biceps, so I'm already really fatigued. So this will still be okay, but if they didn't have a 40, I'd probably move on and do like a machine instead. But I'm just gonna go for more than, I'd usually get around 11 or 12 probably, so I'm gonna go for like 15, 16, so we get on. Perhaps go a little bit quicker as well. Quick 5. 1, 2. That'll do. Let's go pose down. Session's all finished, all wrapped up. Really good session there. As I said, as I predicted, I come into the gym with the intention of maybe doing back and biceps, but biceps was feeling really good, so I just stuck with that. But I did do as well some really, really good sets of abs. So yeah, pumps definitely feeling great, but let's see actually how we're looking. This morning, I'm still fasted because I literally woke up and started training straight away. Super, super full from last night though. Like, yeah, basically we're just really, really full. So I think food's still like digesting from yesterday, but let's see how we're looking. She'll take this splint off. I do feel like my abs are actually a little pumped up from that set even, which is cool. So obviously I haven't trained back, but just run through the poses anyway. But yeah, mainly just arms, obviously. Still learning the lighting spots. But anyway, yeah, so 2:35 this morning, still struggling to get up past that mark while controlling my calories, which is what I'm really like set on doing, is not just jumping up like I normally do and just putting on loads of body fat. I'm going up at maximum 200 calories per time. And I'm not just waiting like 2 days until I'm gaining weight. I'll actually wait like 4 or 5 days, or sometimes even a week. Yeah, let's go get in the car and we'll talk about the lift. Okay, finished. All finished. So, let's get the car started, shall we? Because I'm realising now I only got my fucking keys on me. One sec. That's better. So, with that session there, like I was just kind of briefly touching on during the pose down, I really enjoy training biceps by itself, and that's just exactly what I did. I went in there, felt good, did a couple exercises, and by that point it was kind of 50-50. Partially the decision making was due to the fact that a lot of my energy had been used up on those first heavy working sets, so to then go and do like a lat pull down or something else like that would be very taxing. But more so than that, really, it was just that I was enjoying the biceps. So, you know, if you find yourself constantly making changes to your plan, or you find yourself constantly like not enjoying certain exercises, or like if you have an exercise which 50% of the time, or 60-70% of the time you actually end up skipping, then either just get real and actually do the set, start putting in some effort, or be a bit more methodical and say, right, is there a position in the workout that I could put this where actually, because I do talk about this a lot, it's like you're not a robot, so you can't just do everything absolutely perfect. For example, let me give you an example. If I had a client who, and this is just absolutely basic example, don't listen to the reps or the training frequency, but say for example this client wants to grow their calves, and I put them on 4 sets of calf raises once a week on one leg session at the end of the leg session. And if I noticed that 1 week they do it, and then the next week they skip it, and then they skip it again, and then they do it, and then maybe they skip it again, basically I can obviously say to the client, or if it was myself, I could have a sit down and say, right, we need to actually just do this, okay? Some people will just be able to do that, no issues, but again, like, people do have a limit, and it's like there's multiple factors: time, enjoyment, all that sort of stuff. So what might be sometimes beneficial is say, right, let's actually not worry about training calves every single session. What we'll do to start off with is we'll go every other session, and we'll just start with maybe 3 sets and ease it up there. That's more to like get them into the actual workout. Whereas if you've been doing it for a while, say if you've been doing 3 sets of whatever, or 4 sets, and now you're getting really bored and it's monotonous, then you can say, right, let's now switch it up a bit. So 1 week we'll just do 2 sets heavier, and then the next week we'll do 4 sets lighter. Obviously, when I say heavier, the intensity is still going to be the same. It's just that maybe you do like 12 reps, 10 to 12 reps versus like 18 to 20. So, definitely feel free to mix up the training, but I do think beyond all else, having some sort of consistency and routine is the best thing. Like for me, I literally was on like a dedicated plan for, when I went to uni, that's when I started lifting. My mate Max got me on a plan. So that was like, basically when I was 18, 19, 20. Even like when I went to LA to live with my mate during lockdown for a bit, I was I think 21 then. That was when I still had a regimented plan. And then I'm pretty sure it was like, I'm just trying to think now. I think it was around that time, like basically I tweaked my shoulder quite bad when I was at uni, and then because also the gyms were shut for a while, I wasn't really able to rehab it or build up my strength or anything like that, so that kind of got pushed out the window. And then they started doing this bullshit thing at my uni gym where you could only book 45-minute time slots, and they would like, basically they wouldn't let you double book. So what would be even like what I was trying to do was go to the gym at like, basically you get there at on the dot at like say 5 p.m, your slot's till 5:45 and there's only like 30 people allowed. Then you have to get out of the gym and then they clean it for 15 minutes. So what I was trying to do for a while was like, I'd do chest for 45 minutes, come out, and then go back and do like shoulders, which is obviously so shit because you're literally 15 minutes just in the cold, but because it was a different muscle group, I was making it work. Whereas then they kind of patched that fucking glitch code, and then I started to borrow my mate's university card and going in that, and then they patched that, and so it's like by any means necessary. And then we just ended up getting a crazy fucking basement gym for 8 lads that lived in our 3-story house, and that was sick. Yeah, shout out to, well, when I say get a uni gym, a couple of my mates just ended up bringing equipment and it was fucking sick. So yeah, that was very good. But basically since that point was when I kind of had to change my plan, and like I wasn't able to be as regimented, so it kind of got me thinking and trying different tempos and rep ranges and frequencies. And more so than that, I'd say it wasn't actually the session itself, but more like the layout of the week, because obviously, well, I guess it would be the session itself, but I was more so concerned about splitting up the training, you know, throughout the week. Obviously, if I've literally only got 45 minutes to do a session, then that was where I think, right, I'm actually might just do some biceps or something like that. Don't get me wrong, if you're extremely like in a rush, you're focused and you have everything planned out and you know you're not waffling it, you can definitely go in and yeah, pretty much just get like a really great workout in 45 minutes. But if you do end up building up your strength and you want to go, for example, like a heavy barbell row or a top set on like a really heavy plate loaded T-bar row, you know, for me, I warm up in 20. So if I'm, you know, putting like 100 kg on there, that's going to be 5 warm-up sets just for that. And obviously they're only going to be 3-4 reps and then take 30 seconds, but you know, that's already about 5 minutes of the session there. So yeah, I've gone off on a complete tangent now. I'm nearly home anyway, but I'll leave the session and the video there, guys. It's been a good one and I hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow I will probably film, we'll be back, and then it will be Christmas Eve, which I'm going to do a heavy chest session. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one tomorrow. The only way is up.